Today, we will be going through the overview of domain 3 of CC certification. To begin with, let us discuss about the purpose, importance, and components of physical access controls in cybersecurity with a focus on the benefits of being certified in this field. Section 1, Physical Access Controls, Purpose. Physical access controls are security measures that limit access to physical locations, systems, and data. The purpose of physical access controls is to ensure that only authorized personnel have access to critical assets, systems, and data. Section 2, Importance of Physical Access Controls in Cybersecurity. Physical access controls are essential in the context of cybersecurity because they protect against unauthorized access to physical locations, systems, and data. By implementing physical access controls, organizations can prevent unauthorized personnel from accessing critical assets, systems, and data and reduce the risk of theft, sabotage, or other physical security threats. Section 3, Components of Physical Access Controls in Cybersecurity. The components of physical access controls in cybersecurity include badge systems, gate entry, environmental design, monitoring, and distinguishing between authorized and unauthorized personnel. Badge systems and gate entry are examples of physical access control mechanisms that limit access to physical locations. Environmental design, such as locking doors or windows, is another physical access control measure. Monitoring involves security guards, closed-circuit television, alarm systems, and logs that track and record access to physical locations, systems, and data. Lastly, distinguishing between authorized and unauthorized personnel is a critical component of physical access controls in cybersecurity. Conclusion. In conclusion, physical access controls are essential in the context of cybersecurity, and being certified in this field can provide individuals with valuable knowledge and skills. Hence, understanding the purpose, importance, and components of physical access controls in cybersecurity, organizations can better protect themselves against physical security threats. This ensures that only authorized personnel have access to critical assets, systems, and data. Next, we will be discussing the purpose, importance, and components of logical access controls in cybersecurity with a focus on the benefits of being certified in this field. Section 1, Logical Access Controls, Purpose. Logical access controls are security measures that limit access to digital systems, applications, and data. The purpose of logical access controls is to ensure that only authorized users have access to critical digital assets, systems, and data. Section 2, Principle of Least Privilege. The principle of least privilege is a fundamental concept in cybersecurity that states that users should only have access to the minimum level of permissions needed to perform their job functions. For example, an employee working in the finance department should only have access to financial systems and data, not human resources or marketing data. The principle of least privilege helps to reduce the risk of data breaches, cyber attacks, or other digital security threats, as it limits the amount of damage that can be done if an account is compromised. Section 3, Segregation of Duties. Segregation of duties is another important concept in cybersecurity that ensures that no single user has too much access or control over critical systems or data. For example, a system administrator should not have the ability to create and approve financial transactions, as this creates a potential conflict of interest. By separating roles and responsibilities, segregation of duties helps to prevent fraud, errors, and other types of digital security threats. Section 4, Discretionary Access Control. Discretionary access control is a type of access control system that allows users to determine access permissions for resources they own. For example, a user who creates a file can choose to grant or deny access to that file for other users. DAC is often used in small or medium-sized organizations where users are trusted to make access decisions for their own resources. Section 5, Mandatory Access Control. Mandatory access control is a security model where access controls are determined by system administrators. MAC is often used in large organizations, government agencies, and military settings where access control decisions are made based on a user's security clearance level. MAC provides a higher level of security than DAC as users cannot override access control decisions made by administrators. Section 6, Role-Based Access Control. Role-based access control is a type of access control system where access permissions are determined by a user's role or job function. For example, an employee who works in the finance department may have access to financial systems and data, while an employee who works in the marketing department may have access to marketing systems and data. RBAC is a flexible and scalable access control system that can be easily managed and updated as an organization's needs change. Conclusion. In conclusion, logical access controls are essential in the context of cybersecurity, and being certified in this field can provide individuals with valuable knowledge and skills. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you found this video informative.